Welcome back to Air Power, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Roy. Today we're here with a package. I'm going to go ahead and get this started and going. You can probably hear the air coming out of a PCP right now. And this is what we got today. I have a lot of stuff to do today, so I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible. And inside the package is another package. I don't have to cut this when it's open. And there we have a regulator, externally adjustable. We're going to install this on the Terminator. But this is what I'm doing. I want to inspect it. It's looking pretty good. So there's also this field probe that came with the regulator. This one actually, there's little extra O-rings in here I do not want to lose. This one has threads on it. If you would like, you can leave your field probe in. Just thread it in, I think. Yeah, just thread it in there. And you can leave your field probe with the gun if you would like to do that. Me, I personally don't think I'm going to do that because I don't want to bang it and knock it and then end up breaking or bending something. So this field probe will stay in the bag, and I would just use my regular field probe. So we have degassed the Terminator. This regulator is going on the Terminator. I have degassed it. I have taken the gauge all the way off after the air charges out, and it is no longer hissing at me. So I got to take this plug out, this Allen screw out. So let me go ahead and find a wrench that fits this on there. This is a 5. This is probably a 4. That is correct. The first Allen set screw is a 4. Make sure you don't lose your parts when you take them off. Set screw. That one is a 4. Now I'll have to take this off, I think. No, actually I do not. I'll leave that there. But I do want to get the valve off because it has to go in the end of the plenum here. So we will take a Allen wrench, a bigger, heavier, dutier one that'll actually fit. There, that fits into the valve hole there, and just turn it. And these threads are 500 miles long, so you're going to be screwing for a minute. Alright, check your O-ring, always check your O-ring. Mine looks good. and we install it on our regulator, the plenum side. It's actually the only side it will screw into. Goes this way. It's the way he had it. Alright. So you want to face it towards the adjuster part, and your gauge down towards the rest of your tube is going to go on here. Take my Allen wrench here. Seems pretty tight. I want it to be in line here. Let me check my alignment. Lined up pretty good on the gun. I'm going to check that hole in there for alignment. Now we'll take the rest of our tube and hopefully thread it on here. And that should be good. And then we install it back on the gun. Hopefully you can see here. We put our set screw back in. It was a 4. Now we can put our other gauge back on. You don't want it too tight. There we go. Now you will fill your rifle from the new regulator port. Do not fill it from down here any longer. Fill it from the regulator port. This gauge should be your tube pressure, and this one should be your regulator pressure. So when you adjust your regulator, you'll look at the old gauge to see how much is regulated into this plenum. And this top gauge, the new gauge, will be what's in your air tube. So I'll get that aired up, and we'll get out on the range when I have more time and check it and see and adjust and do what I have to see what's the best speeds and what works good. So, air power's out.